needs enough.
For this. Well, Team Liquid
And
certainly
some people in chat were up in arms, furious,
not too sure what their strats are going to be looking like, but
asking
well, that's
for
what the game is for.
more ults, more
I think
less
you might
ult
be right
points,
on that one.
double
Also,
trips.
if Nats has picked Chamber as an agent he likes,
What else do we have?
like
The old
that's an
TP back I saw.
interesting theory for me.
Oh, okay, Shados has just gone out
Let's
through the
see.
smoke. There's players all
Mate,
around.
it's not a
him.
good
Look,
comp to go
Yumpi's
against
already
it. I'm
been
going to get
dropped,
proven
though.
wrong
The
here.
flash good for one at least. Shados a known quantity and one that's dealt with immediately. Good trades from Team Liquid.
Look at that.
And it looks
Instant
like
kill
they've got
already.
The site. The plan
Unbelievable.
secured already. Dash online for Wolfen. He wanted to take
2
a fight
kills.
so he could use it, but fortunately nothing landed
3
for him,
kills?
and
Wait,
that's with
where's the chamber
triple
towers?
to put Team Liquid
Make yourself
one
known.
ahead.
I'm going to time you out right now.
I didn't think I'd be seeing a Chamber getting a triple kill anytime soon. I didn't think
Chamber is so
I'd
OP.
be seeing
Yeah, I might give
a
you
Chamber
VIP
at
for that
all,
one.
if I'm being brutally honest. It also means that there's a decent chance we're going to see some heavy aggression from him on the defensive side.
I'm a chamber
And a lot
doubter?
of
Oh
the-
my
he's
goodness.
bought a
That's it.
Guardian
That's
on a Chamber.
1 minute.
Uh-huh.
I'm being generous.
That he has. We're here to have fun. That's all good. We heard it from the desk. I think
Okay.
Kukuka said it that it's our first chamber and
Nice, dude.
not just that.
Liquid, King of
It now
Pistols,
leaves Reyna
3
as the
0.
only agent not played in EMEA so far this season.
Flash goes
And
over
what a
towards A, I'm
glorious
pretty
weekend.
sure it
you
hit.
saying that has put a fat grin on Lothar's face.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but just remember, Lothar, that you're part of DRX, and they're part of the only region that has used Reyna.
Well, there you go. Swallow that pill. Team Liquid playing quite a slow default. 2 players spread out on the wings, and then you're just focusing on your mid control. This looks like a brainchild of Angel to start this round out. Except
So does
you'd
the
have
comp, actually.
right. But you'd have an Omen in there instead of your duelist.
This is the one that Doombros has gone, no.
Flash goes in, but it
we
missed.
can't do that.
Perfect.
We're not
From
rogue.
Nats, he hides from this. They're trying to take a gamble. Flash over towards Vent, doesn't hit anyone. A site is clear. Perfect from Liquid at the moment.
Good gamble here as well.
Who's
Team
going to be
Liquid
hunting
moving
for
towards
those?
the A side. They've
Who's
managed
going to be
find
hunting
that
for those
wide open
ecos?
space
Man,
where
something
Koi
I've
have decided
I've
to
realized
stack up
about
on the other
Nats
side
when I
of the
watch
map.
him.
So a
He
chance
loves
here,
the
the
eco
only isolated
frags.
player is Red
He's a
Guard. This
little
is
bit,
perfect. He's a
he's a
player
little
with
bit
her.
in for him.
Ghost, all right, just the one.
He definitely
I was thinking a little
oversteps
bit
a
more would
little
come
bit
with that, but
sometimes for the
maybe
ecos.
the trigger discipline, or maybe just wants to get that player dropped.
I've seen it. Do you know what? In the whole of VCT, he's the person where it's like ecos, and I see him just
of weapons for them to
etching a
drop. This
little
is the
bit
thing, for
further
Koi
each time
right
for
now,
him.
The goal is just to make this costly for Team Liquid, and every kill they get from this point forward will do exactly that.
Yumpy at least is going to go hunting.
Do you think Koi don't
I
have
think the
fixed
main
agents
goal
for their
from this
players?
point
Mate,
might
they're all
actually be
over the
just to
place.
try and die to the spike. Not really wanting to give
They're all
anything
over
over
the-
onto
they
the
really
other
are.
hands, of course. Got the trap. Watching the flanks. Not really anywhere else they can go. And with clearing out that extra kill, the remainder will
Koi's
just
gonna
be
love
able
this.
to hide back. I think Nats is almost just waiting to see if he can do some extra damage and get himself.
I saw a little smile there.
Tour de force. And
Little
that is
smile.
one of the
5
things
and
that,
0
we can
Chamber.
talk about all the nerfs that Chamber has had,
Come
the
on, man.
reasons why he's
Drop
out of
40
pro
kills
play.
or something.
Tour de force.
40
pretty
kills in
damn.
It still
Chamber. Let's
slaps
bring
you.
it back.
You do not want to come up against that. I mean, fighting a tour de force. He's still going to be popping off, taking multiple opponents, and as you can see, the shots are landing to start this out. Now sitting 5-0. Nats is having a field day. I like the idea for him sticking around.
Yeah, I'm too happy. He got 3 kills that were completely irrelevant for it being Chamber, and then 2 kills on the anti-eco. But it's still unbelievable.
Very aggressive.
This is
stance.
nice.
That's the thing with
Damn.
This Viper. A lot of the time you're trying to delay and deny mid-control.
Wait, you've actually been practicing it. It's been dry run.
Oh, the
Oh,
correction
boy, okay,
from
well.
Coldamenta. Looked like he was going to let that one go. Instant trade back. But he still managed to...
Nice from Coldamenta, gets map control. Good reaction. Well, I say reaction. It kind of was a reaction to Heaven, but...
Main instead of mid. Less angles for them to be dropped. But the thing is, when there's only 2 players there, yeah, one guy pops off. Now you're having to fight 2 directions all at once, but they don't know about Nats yet again. He's able to catch them off guard.
Okay, you know what I'm going to say.
Kills for Liquid.
I'll stay silent, but you know what I'm thinking.
Back in their hands. Spike actually given up at this point, but that kill from Starzo puts Koi back in an advantageous position. Remember, there's 50 seconds on the clock. Team Liquid have to go towards main. They have to pick that spike. Where they go from there is anyone's guess. But from now, because they've cut noise, Liquid have no idea where their opponents are. Oh, I thought that could have been the kill. Still valuable time to reposition.
Oh, he's going to get good time. You want to try and... Where'd you go? Where'd you go with the timing? Oh my god, he's going to try to get
Stars
backside.
take some extra space.
Could block the vision to get him backside, but the stun's too good.
Someone to have done that. It doesn't matter where he came from.
And now the smoke's been up, that they might have to consider backside.
Someone on this other side. Now, no real utility to play with. It's just going to have to be off a timing swing, and that makes it all too easy for Stars.
Nicely handled. This was nice though.
Through the wood as well.
Coldamenta played this round very well. I kind of want to see his replay.
Are going to get their first defensive round on the board.
Well, stellar star play coming out from Coldamenta as well, popping down a smoke, but then a grav well on the other side. They had just used their aftershock to push that player, or their fault line, excuse me, to push the player out of position on site.
Wait, Chamber is trash.
Starzo as well. So that could have put an end to the play, but just that one piece of utility delayed them a few seconds and allowed them to set up for those kills.
What's a really fun thing about this game is we actually get to watch what happens when Nats doesn't focus on utility. Like when he has 100% of his thought process on his aim. And so far, it's been crispy clean. Like,
okay,
that's the thing, though,
not the
it really is with Nats. Like he has the aim,
oh god,
but he also,
okay, maybe
it's
we
the
needed
positioning that's so scary. The fact that he understands exactly how your round is breathing.
Not one chamber, but he still used to enable a kill or anything.
It's kind of guy you gotta be watching your back. You want to play a Cypher against him just to make sure he ain't behind you, and even then, he's gonna get behind you.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a weird mix because you've got one agent that is basically, well, just utilizing hyper-paced moves to get
tech utility,
and the other one that's almost destined to play slow.
You mean they're nerfing
because all of the
Looks
abilities now are either based around, okay, well, I'm catching you flanking with my trap, or just raw aim, which he's not got any movement ability anymore when it comes to his attack side, because the only thing you can do is in an afterplant basically play it like a more defensive side. So I think that
tell you what though, kind of like the Neon so far. I know we're only 3 rounds in.
It's just going to be interesting to watch the spacing of the rest of the team and how
but
they set up around him.
Well,
the Neon Astra middle looked kind of sick, to be honest.
Technical pause and diving back into the game. One of the things to remember, we saw a bunch of kills for Nats previous round. He is now sitting with his...
What guns he's
Neon,
gone?
Neon Astra.
I know you enjoy it.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's a lot. It's a lot of util to enable the Neon.
Hypok right now is just cringing. Oh like, yeah. Just a shiver went down his spine. He's like, oh god, I haven't missed that. He definitely hasn't missed Shalabi either.
Oh no. Oh no.
Not because of the player, for reference, because of the way Mitch says it.
Yeah, said it. I've fixed it now.
This is a bit of an issue though, right? Because they have to use a smoke to get him to heaven. But this is nice. I love this trip. Again, this is so good. Not the trip, sorry, the TP. You can just hold this angle from heaven and you're absolutely fine.
The rest of the team sitting down on
and this is cool. Little cubby to put the...
They're forced back by some utility.
I like
smoke in their way. And so it's time to pump the brakes on this round. B main being sought after. And I think the info just caught. They might have seen Redgar on that one. Hello. Little Vents drop. It's always risky. Especially against...
There's going to be a weird Astra duel at one point. I wonder how patient Redgar is.
Dude, the thing is, I feel like playing against this comp has made Koi sort of uncomfortable. They're constantly being forced to move around. Wolf, and he's hit some wonderful spacing. I don't know how it's not Yumpy going down straight away.
Mate, Coldamenta's the king of B main.
It's sublime from Coldamenta. But even still, that trade comes back for Nats, and with that tour de force in hand, they've got to be ever so careful.
Well, it's only him left now. Not caught by the flash, might have some timing. The space is way up, and, well, he's been spotted. That's the problem. Around the corner, Poppin is anchored down. Nade's not going to land on it. He has a chance to at least grab one, bail out of there, and, well, went a little crazy after spotting the tip of Raze's cap. So now,
he was
no
really
TP
expecting someone else to swing on him.
With 10 seconds on the clock. We are pretty much counting him out. Surely 8 seconds now. 2 players still defined, and that blast pack very close to taking him out. Starzo does the job. Well handled by Koi.
Sick round again from Coldamenta.
This is one of the main dangers when it comes to the Neon. Now, I'll say that when it comes to defensively, I actually have really enjoyed some of the past ways players have used Neon. Defo is a prime example of that, where he actually played a lot of the sort of heaven positions on either side of the map, and then could just bounce stuns, and it would cover off most angles. Now, when it comes to the attack, a lot of what you're going to see is just Yumpy taking that initiation. Very aggressive pushes through, and I like the way that Wolfen sort of
got his 2. Yeah, I'm in for the high stats.
Your fast lane, so that
I'm in for the stat watches to be like, damn, is Chamber actually back? It's going to be sick.
He was very close to finding the first one on the Yumpy as well.
How the hell did that flash not hit?
40 HP, quick trade after. Impact definitely felt later. Wolfen. Oh, he's not going to hit the shot. That's the op. Dropped immediately. And Trex falling on A Heaven. matter of seconds into this round, and they have got a target in mind. The A site weakened, the path through vents opened, and these players in heaven now flashed up, but Starzo still good for one. A difficult fight as two players look to swing the corner. Right-click flash, dodge though. Here comes the Tiger.
Oh god.
Onto a snake bite as well.
The double dog stun.
Taking a lot of damage. Koi finding their way back into this one, and they've left both players extremely low. Plus, they're boxed in. They could go back through A main. It's a long journey, but if they come back through vents, it's being watched.
They could even push towards the spawn though, but it's being watched by Shadows.
Yeah, they felt like it was just free.
They drop down,
and then I felt like they just needed to double swing properly.
And they're still guessing that there's a player within the site that they have to deal with. Instead though, it's patient from Shadows. They're going to come in from both angles, but with Nats still alive, that trap is still online.
Nats
heard it. He just heard the steps of Coldamanda moving in through the water. This should be the end of his life. He should never expect Nats to be there, and certainly not to be ready. An unfortunate series of events here that leave Shados alone. Wall up. He's at least protected for now.
Wall's actually kind of helping Nats though. Yeah. He's just going to go straight.
Jesus.
Sneaking up behind him.
Chamber though.
Catches his old
Chamber though.
Out even a gun in hand. It's all too easy for Nats. 4K on the map. And as I said, it's just devastating watching him.
13-2. We're on rounds. We've only had 5 rounds.
He doesn't have to like watch where his cages are or any of that stuff. It's just on that individual ability. And this is where the man is truly just unstoppable. He's got 13 kills.
13 kills,
in
2 deaths.
In 5 rounds.
It's a little ridiculous. And the thing is, do we expect it to slow down for him as the game goes on?
It should be better.
See, these are my kind of people.
It should literally be better. So
teams are brain dead thinking Chamber is dead. I like that.
But it's not here.
That's my kind of people.
Shorty up, and that's at least.
Okay, a little bit bold for that one. The Bucky's come out. We got a shorty as well. It's a fast.
For what it's able to do. I know,
fast up, but this might enable.
It's enjoyable, but
that might have given Nats some space to work.
A little bit too strong.
Maybe
for 50 kills
maybe they should have thrown some of their free utility in to clear those corners. You know, it's one of those things. But I do agree, 150 credits. I don't know if it's too strong or too cheap. One or the other.
I think that's a part of it, isn't it?
Too prevalent. In whatever form you want to look at that as. Team P anchor was down in water, so you've got a rotation coming through to look at the B site. With that, they've got a pick as well. So the option's definitely open for this squad now, taking it wherever they want. A player still spotted to be up in A heaven, and that's just got to be confusing now for Koi. They've got information of a player B main who's now fallen back. It seems like they're rotating to play the A site,
the bait.
But they're not. Luckily, though, Redgar's not able to catch them off guard.
That's a gun.
They don't have much in terms of weaponry this round, Koi, but one they do have.
Chamber's still alive, that's
is onto Wolf, and he's got Blade Storm. So I almost wonder if he's going to juggle this over to a teammate, but with already getting a gun onto Shados, not really going to be much of an opportunity for that. Starzo's position as well could be deadly. Sneaking his way through behind
Safe might have won this.
He can't really be
the problem is the plant is not good. So a lot of this is still down to...
making his way through vents right now. Happy to double up with him. Safe. Not sure how far away
he really thinks someone's behind that box.
Now, but he's got everything else to work with. One nade. Nats.
Breaks
his anchor's being destroyed now. No teleport out of there, but it's not Nats flanking this round.
Okay, it's
someone else safe up top. He's spotted, but not before he gets one. And Solcus ripping their heads off. Seems to have locked this one in. Wolfen has to defuse under the nose of 2 players, and he will be hit by all the utility under the sun.
Damn, okay.
Good luck
Nicely
to him.
done.
3 kills for Solcus in that round. All headshots as well.
Of course, I don't think that
really
needs to be
Actually,
stated.
was a plant for them. I thought it was a different
he's
plant.
Coming for that headshot percentage.
Yeah, I thought it was behind the box.
Safe for long. It is just ridiculous. He's just all full speed running around the corner trying to do some damage. Doesn't really get anything from it. Just so crisp from Solcas. I feel like this man must spend like, I don't know, 4 hours just in the range, just hitting headshots just before he ends up in the game. But
or maybe he's a Weber, you know? Maybe
they're doing the fast strat again.
All natural as well. Weber is definitely all natural.
He woke up like that.
They are sending Yumpy everywhere.
Oh, not an easy fight for Yumpy. Not an easy trade either. Neither kill found in their favor, and this is putting a little bit of pressure on this B push. They are not able to find
nice
any
trade,
consistency.
Soulcast.
And that
Okay, that one's a bit too much.
do just that. End the show
Okay,
as
they're
Team
going
Liquid
real fast with
lose
it.
out
It's
on
definitely
this
some
one.
fast
Yeah,
strats
one of
here.
the fastest rounds I think we've ever seen.
Yeah,
Again,
maybe they need
pacey
to. I
take
think
it
this is going to be
middle.
relaxed. I
Do
think
feel
we're
like
not going to
Yumpy's
see
having
any
a bit of
fast
a
strats
rough
for just a
time at
little
the
bit,
moment
maybe a
with
few
just-
rounds.
There's not a lot of follow-up, and that's always one of the issues I have when watching Neon.
Tell you what though, I'm a little bit worried for
You have to
Liquid's
get your
comp on
timing
defense.
correct. Otherwise, your teammate
Because
is
honestly,
always gonna be so
it does
far
struggle
behind you. You're in an
against
isolated duel that if you don't win,
double dive comp.
that's just a disadvantage every single time. And we're seeing that quite often. I think a couple of rounds, maybe they got a little bit unlucky with it, but this one, I think you could see that the spacing definitely off at least a little bit. And also, I want to point out, I think it was Starzo had a great flash to deny the players coming in through main. He's been doing that often, playing on default, popping his flash out.
Chamber's better on defense, oh for sure, but the double dive comp, it's not great against. It's actually pretty horrendous
Well, it's on
against
this
it.
timeout. Not too much of a surprise, I think, for Team Liquid calling that after what we just saw. This was a very strange round, and just how everything they threw out instantly fell flat on its face, and I think they need to rethink how they're approaching that.
Koya,
beat
Koya
rushes
just playing
if they're
for
gonna
last
attempt
round's
it again.
qualifier. Like Koya literally just trying to work out their issues and try and make sure they have some kind of chance into last round's qualifiers.
Two in a row with no kills.
Yumpy isn't running in headfirst and dying for nothing. You're meant to get a 4K after that.
The double
Maybe a
what
little
comp?
bit
Double
too
dive.
much pressure to put
These
on
two,
one
double
player.
duelist.
It's
No,
nuts.
it's nuts.
They
That's
double
fair.
dive
Yeah,
onto
that's fair.
site, right? So you
remember
need
that
heavy
guy
shutdown
who,
or kill
won
potential on
himself
site.
An event. You remember that guy
Did he?
and got to the
But
final of
the
champion?
chamber, all
That
it
guy.
does is like take a
M3C
shot
stand for
early,
again?
then it TP's back, but it's getting double dived on, and when it's in the animation, it
Nope, can't
just
finish
doesn't
Let's
do
finish
much.
that one right there. So, Koi, looking to defend this
Yeah,
the
they
same
go
way,
for the
but
same
Yumpy,
strat
oh,
after
he
the
is
timeout.
in the fast line, let's say,
Yumpy
right
is
up in their
having
faces,
so
ult
much
in
fun on
hand, But the
this.
finger guns, they end here. One kill for him as they storm the B
If
side.
Nats
They've got
gets
the
a
control,
kill, he
though,
gets his
and
ult,
Nats sat
and
up in
then
heaven.
somehow
Look,
he
this is a
can
position
meet
he's
up with the
been in
players. He
many
can give
times
him a
before. He's got his
oh,
back
that's nice.
covered at least with a trap, but the reality is for
can
this
give him
squad
a
of
gun.
Koi, if they do not expect him to be there, I'd be shocked. Add to that, Seekers, they're not going to go near him, actually. All three Seekers prioritizing the players on the site. Nats has left, though. He's decided to back out, and a good thing for it as well. You see Wolfen and how aggressive he's being, playing in towards that angle, ready for Nats. Instead, he's going to have to change his game up, and that's where the problem comes in, taking these fights head on. Right now, he's sat up next to the Cosmic Divide. He's the
timing
main
and
hope
Nats
for this
there.
round, and that's why!
Pretty unbelievable.
He's got the double drop the pit, and followed up with Coldamenta. All alone, he stands, and Koi will get nothing there.
Honestly, though, the
Yeah,
real
he took a
credit in
really
this
good
round
timing
has
behind
to
the
go to
Astral Ball.
Emil for
We'll
just
see
the
it
strat
here.
of telling Nats to go and get some
Hey,
kills.
it worked, bro. He didn't get the 4K, he got the 3K, so maybe a little more work to be done there, but wow, the
Oh,
timing.
that's crazy, the
Shayna's
lineup.
gotta be
The
pissed.
timing
He
actually couldn't have
waited
been any
the whole
better.
time on that
He has the
Cosmic
best timing in
Divide
the
to
game.
burst through and make that happen, and it's just one of those scenarios where you look at the mini-map and you just think Nats is in a spot where
He's got
most
another
players would
ult.
die,
He's
where they
16 to
should be
4 on
watching
the
it, and so
attack
on.
side.
But he's gonna kill them all.
Do you reckon that Koi are doing the Sliggy strat
What's that?
of letting Liquid win so they
That's
play
an
this comp
interesting
in
fast lane.
playoffs?
You ever seen that one
Do
before?
you think it's that? I think they're using the
Oh,
Sliggy
the
strat.
flash! It's a huge flash, but still Trex follows through, getting both kills. Well, that is
They're
certainly
giving him
one way
false
to make this
confidence.
round
They use it
interesting.
for
It should have been a
playoffs. I
boring
honestly
one.
respect it.
Instead, the weaker weapons of Koi can now be massively upgraded on, well, you know, the Bucky's still not quite going to win that fight, but one player is a small price to pay.
Yeah, the problem is they've lost B. The walk in from the other two players, I don't know. Like,
The
so
spike
far away, it's
is
almost like he's
miles
playing an
away.
Omen. It's like he's going to TP over to his teammates. Instead, he's got a very long run, and by the time he gets there, the full force of Koi are going to be here. But it doesn't matter. Redgar's now taken a leaf out of the Nats book, and
Oh my god,
was in Astral
dude! Why are they forcing that
That
so
timing was
much
sublime.
though?
There's
no spike down. There's no nothing. Why are Koi
They heard
forcing
the
that
star and
so
literally
hard?
went, oh, this is free. He's currently not got a gun in his hand, and well, he did by the time the swing came through. Koi have called
Mate, they're
a
gonna give,
tactical timeout. Again, you know, they're starting to fall behind in this
They
one.
can give
6
Barbara
to
a
3
heart
down.
attack or
They
something,
lost the
man.
pistol, though, so
They
it's
can't be
really
playing
not
like-
the
they can't be
end of the
playing like
world
this.
right
What
now,
is
but
that,
this
though?
is really where they want to put
What
their
are they?
foot down,
What are they
make that
doing
stop.
here? Look at that. That's
it's almost
atrocious.
like a flex. It's like a no look.
Like nice
Look at him
shots,
flexing
nice
those
shots from
muscles.
Redgar. Like, don't want to take away anything from Redguard, but what the hell are they doing?
Now, I will admit,
Yeah, don't blame them for the timing
normally on
out.
this map,
Oh
Split,
my goodness.
Liquid are very good on the attack. We saw them go.
They just walk through the Astral one by one, jumping down. We jump through it first of all, then we walk through it. Man, I can't.
Cheeks. So the fact that they're still getting this many rounds, that's where it becomes a little bit more of a problem. I will say though, for Koi, I don't know how you could ever prepare or adapt for what they're doing, because half of the time, well, basically what happened in this round is they lost the early fights. 2 players left the spike alone on the other side of the map, who ran through a smoke and fought someone to get the spike.
Yeah.
While they went, safe bud, you get the spike that's just kind of in a bad spot.
With
Try and get a kill.
Surprised by how much set stuff you have. You only have 3 rounds though, right?
Take B and then you run around
You have fast A heaven, fast tier, and then B main
like
control. That's it, right? Sorry, you actually, I don't think you have a fast B main control. You have fast A heaven, you have fast tier, and then you have fast vents.
Under his belt, sat 3-3.
It's what he's known for, his assists.
You have more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Safe all
I'm in for
season
it.
long. Just can't kill anyone. We were going to call him Bonkar for a while, but we gave that up.
All right.
Ulysses already called it
Kuka
for
is literally
Timmy.
running up the stairs to beat
Yeah, he's coming. Oh no!
Jesus.
Redguard's got him.
Oh god. He calls the timeout. He calls the timeout. Guys, push B.
And it is met with
Push B, we need to be more
sure.
proactive.
Haven't even seen the tour
And
de
then
force
Redguard's
so far in
all
this
over
round.
them.
Gets the opportunity
6
to
of the last
start it.
kills
They
have all been
flash
from
it and
him.
he still gets the kill.
Chamber diff.
He gets the
Actual
kill on
chamber
Stars,
diff.
though.
Chamber all comes in, TP away,
Shados
untradeable.
who was holding the ag, which
Unbelievable.
No, I've seen that.
You tried to flash
That's
me,
the first
bro.
time we've
I've
seen the
seen that
util
play
get kills though.
before. I'm not peeking that.
No, I like it. Nats is saying, like, you fake flash me, you want to embarrass me like that?
Yeah.
Make me turn away and not even pop it? All right, cool. I'll pop you.
The Shados Viper isn't looking like
Wait, there was
it
another time where he got
again.
util
I'm
kills?
not gonna
Yeah, are
claim
you
that
just
this
talking
is
about the ult kill? Which honestly, I'll give you.
expected result.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, I'll
what
give
What
you
they were
that.
playing against.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm glad you're on
you
my
know, he's
side. I'm
coming
glad
in
you're on
like,
my
I
side
have
of
my
this one.
Viper for X,
I like
Y,
that.
or Z, and Team Liquid came in without, you know, they're in a different alphabet. So I don't really know. I have so much pity for Koi in this moment because you just cannot expect to come up against
Well,
this.
the fun thing as well is when you run a Viper on this map, a lot of what you're able to do, especially around middle, is you have the Poison Orb and then you have Snake Bite. So you can basically just delay for like mass amounts
Has
of
he
time.
not used his chamber bullets? I don't
and then
think so.
Yuppie just runs through it.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Just instantly. You can't even pop the
But Can,
Poison Orb,
tell me
you
you've got a
throw
plan
it,
with this.
And it's like, you need to wait a split second before you can pop it.
Tell me
and
there's a
he's
sick
already
plan
gone.
with this.
It is tough. I mean, you know, punishing plants possibly one of the only easy options they've got. Trex, he'll get the second kill. Yuppie was super low, but that's where it ends. 7 on the board for Team Liquid.
All
Whole
right.
team wiped on Koi. And just look at their credits. You know, they were coming in with a sliver, and the investments here, they're going to be tough. Utility will have to be sacrificed.
What would be the
if they're
weaknesses
gonna
of this
wanna
Team
get
Liquid comp? You
I
should
mean,
see
I'm
it
not
on
even gonna call
defense.
a
It
solid
should
buy if
get
they're gonna wanna
annihilated.
any kind of a buy.
Like, honestly, on defense, it
I do
should
quite
get
like the TP
annihilated.
back. Like, it's such a safe place to sort of like move back to afterwards that it does have.
So let's see if we
its
actually
value.
see that.
I believe we saw, I think it was Digison.
In theory,
who did a
it
similar thing when
cannot
they played the
hold
attack side of
sights.
split with a chamber. Although, again, it's not something we've seen
The
too much
KO
from
might be able to
anybody.
do
The
something.
problem as well is that we are seeing with this double duelist
I wonder how they
almost
play the
need
KO.
for aggression from Koi. Like, it's necessary. The problem is they've been caught pretty much
all
every single
down
time by
to
either
KO.
Nats or now over the last couple of rounds, Redguard.
And they've got a stun. We just saw it pop through from safe there, denying the B main aggression. They were attempting to continue. They'll at least find the orb for their trouble.
Okay, so
Look at
still
the
going in
stat.
with the game
They've
plan
had
after the
4
pause, which
players
was
on
B
B at the
main
beginning of this
control.
round.
This time they just don't push it
And
too
now
heavy.
it seems
Flash
like they're
goes
just
in over
rotating
towards
half
middle,
of
they get
them
nothing.
Off of
They-
seemingly just
No
because
way.
they cleared B main.
What is this calling? How is it the most perfect
Yeah,
calling
they've
I've ever
definitely
seen?
overread
Nice
this
hit,
one.
they
Now they're gonna have
perfectly
to run
walk
all the
into
way
the
back
site where
with a
everyone's
free
gone.
site for Liquid.
Nicely
Well,
done
that's
from
not
Wolfen.
bad.
Good punish,
Yuppie
yeah, that's what you need.
centered it
At
into
least
spawn.
Make it worthwhile playing the retake. The man advantage is theirs. Plant is heard. Look at the players in A heaven. Look at how annoying it is to play against Nats. They're shift walking through vent right
Yeah,
now.
they
The
think
spike
Nats
has
can be
been
literally
planted.
anywhere.
They had to check
And look at them,
every
they're
angle
flashing
in heaven.
here.
They have to
These
check
are all
every angle on their
walking
way
here.
through. I'll bet
He's
you right
buying
now
so
Nats
much
is still gonna
time.
surprise them.
They both
Even though-
check the angle on the right, even though the first player checked. They're like,
Just
but
in
he
case.
could have appeared.
Oh, this
Ooh,
is
little
a
bit of
rare
damage, no
instance.
kills,
Some
though.
good tags there, but that's just going to be healed right back up. Players on 100 when it comes to the retake. And again, another hero needs to step it up. The flank hasn't worked this time. Shados good to find one, and the numbers keep extending in their favor. That's it, done and dusted.
Not too bad.
Nice round from Wolfen.
Honestly, think this game is like going to be... I still think this is going to be really close. I have no idea how Koi's attack's going to look, but on paper it could be pretty decent.
I think he had 2 kills coming in. He leaves with 5, so a step up from him is going to be
the good news for Liquid is they have a good amount of people that could set up the chamber to get aggro.
Individually, especially when you're playing up against, again, a comp that you're never going to expect.
How'd you deny mid as a defender? I think you put chamber there, right? You just
certainly looking good in their attack.
You deny them with kills.
Over to the defense. I mean, one of the key things, just how strong.
They used to play it like this with Neon. Actually, I think the Neon in Heaven used to be pretty decent. Like when Gambit used to play this.
Well, it could start here, putting themselves up to 5, but this aggression into the operator, and Nats is good for 1.
You can't deny that that's a third kill with the chamber util.
Yeah, and they've lost Cold Mentor as well.
No one can argue that. Untradeable.
Cosmic Divide going to be utilized, but
yeah, that's more like it. Stupid agent. That's what I mean.
The second you place that piece of utility down, it just gets in the heads of your opponent. They could have just sprinted to the other side of the map, and you wouldn't really have been able to tell. Instead, guess where they are? Exactly where they were before. Literally haven't moved.
Well, that's it. As you said, getting in their heads, it's a vacuum of information. They're going to start jumping to all sorts of conclusions on where these players are, what they're doing. You can start to push and pull the map that way. Flash doesn't hit. Wolf and Dash still online. He just popped it a second ago. This is where he wants to fight. First is clean. He's dashed into the right corner, though. There's a showstopper to back him up, and that's finding the kill.
Whoa.
Koi
that's why we won it. That is why we won him on Raze. Nicely done.
And they are sat in a 4v2 because of it. Nats up in hand. He's not good for a lot of these fights.
30 seconds left.
The time now ticking away. Again, these lurks have been so good from Redgar. We've seen him many a time
opens up the A side. He's going to get there in time.
Create some space.
Wait, is Redgar going to play around this smoke? It's incredible.
Full sprint. They need someone trying to hold the cross. He's going to smoke up around himself.
Oh, they saw him.
He's been spotted, and now it's problematic. Even
yeah,
just on
he
alone,
went for an extra stab.
Something here. The first is free, goes for the second, but the trade will be almost immediate. A few rounds for Koi to at least bring this back with a semblance.
I think Koi have a good chance still. I really do.
Maybe this comp
Let's see it though. I'm not 100% sure that they're going to show us why this comp should be good against this, but maybe we see it.
It depends on their ideas, but I find it hard to believe.
Also, I'm interested to see how well Liquid set up the chamber.
That's the thing, you know. Again,
they just need to make sure they're very, very proactive because they can't.
Yeah, you go top of your head. It certainly
they
seems
can't
like
just
Team
stay on
Liquid
site
are in the
and get
driver's
seat
seat now, swapping over to the defensive side. Great half though. I mean, there were some.
Or maybe they could actually, if they played very passive, like a passive trip all the way outside of site.
It was looking like maybe they were going to stall out, but they really picked up enough at the end that
there's a small chance you could do that.
They were still in contention.
I mainly want to see how Yumpy's going to play this, because I think we all know that Chamber's just going to be like, oh, I'm going to take a peek and then be able to disappear. I think that's the main goal of that agent. It's not going to be anything too revolutionary. I'll be very surprised if it is. Maybe if he's invented a new ability that I didn't know about.
Any headhunter kills now.
Yumpy is going to be, I hope, playing it with
honestly,
these sort of stuns
as much as I'm trying to big up the chamber, I literally only saw 3 kills that was like because it's chamber.
Add in the fact they have very quick rotations around the map. On a map like Split, that can be the be-all and end-all. If you can get to the other side of the map quickly.
But also maybe it's the ability of being able to TP that's given him so much confidence, so we don't fully know that.
Sort of seen before, like a breach is so good for sort of setting up stuns. Basically from spawn, it was something that DRX were doing since basically the map was released, like just sat all the way back in spawn and just setting up stuns for teammates. We know that that can be done, and obviously Astra and KO finding information and basically being an extra sentinel for them. So I don't think there's anything too crazy when it comes to defense, but my main focus is going to be on Yumpy.
Doombro's taking notes. Gonna see chamber next.
It's such an interesting agent as well. I mean, look, his faster rotations can be huge, but it's the fact that this guy can just get up in your face right off the rip.
Yeah.
For Koi, you know, how much do they have to deal with that? And you have to point out as well, like you said, he didn't feel like the Viper was necessarily it for Shadows. He's been having a really tough time. That first half didn't treat him well. But again, when you've got this much dive potential on Team Liquid on the one hand, like Yumpy, the speed that he can come in at, supported by Solkas, Redgar, and Safe's utility, and then Nats is just roaming around the map, shredding you.
Was the timeout a mistake? Yeah, Doombro's tweeted about it.
And again, you know, we think back to the games from the other day where there were players like Kellogg's who has an amazing first half, but then quiets down towards the second.
Attack pause before
Nats
the
is
half.
not that guy, first of all.
I was
the
enjoying
second
it.
thing being that now he's on the defense where he should be getting that a little bit of an extra edge to his gameplay. Tough road ahead of Koi yet again. Already one map down. And it's just a weird one, right? Choosing a map that your
That's nice
opponents
though.
are so comfortable
Knife
on,
saw
and
the
then they
both of
pull
the
out a
duelists.
crazy comp
In
that's
reaction,
putting you
I
on
say
the
in
back foot
reaction, they
even
were going to
more.
do it anyway.
Maybe it
Four
can play
person push
against
down
Team
middle.
Liquid in this half. The start
That's nice. Here's the
certainly
reaction
going
over
their way,
towards
though.
here. What?
Yeah,
Tell me
that-
as a
that
shorty after
passive
this as well.
Frenzy is an interesting one. Not where I feel like that weapon strength lie. In fact, that's where I feel like it lies. Just running into a smoke. Trex taking that battle and getting the B site under their control. A very quick rotation, however, is in from the entirety of the defensive side. And interestingly, Shados is in spawn.
They've lost Yumpy as well. The spawn pushed, despite Shados being so
10
far
times.
behind. They've decided
That's
to go
incredible.
in towards defender spawn, and that completely caught Safe off guard. He was even hoping to get in position to probably set up some utility for the squad, but instead they're going to have to do this dry. No smokes on either squad, but so much more missing for Team Liquid, and the crossfires are powerful on the site. Wallbang attempt, it gets him into the open. Okay, we're starting to play low HP on 2 players on site. Defuse baiting them into the open, but they're
Okay,
more
nice.
than capable of closing it out.
Yeah, good start there. And as I said, I think these sort of faster paced, aggressive takes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead
Trex
and say that I
Wolfen,
favor Koi
I've
to win
seen
this now.
Trex many a time
With
take
this
over
comp
a match
against
on
this
this
comp.
race. Thinking back to the days even with
I'll see what
Guild,
they've got.
and I
We'll
think
see
that's
how
one of
well
the
they
things
set up
that's
the
actually
chamber,
quite
but
exciting about this match that we haven't maybe touched on as much as we could have done is, even though this match in the grand scale of things is meaningless, like you've got Liquid guaranteed third, there's nothing that Koi can do to make it in towards the playoffs.
here
You
to
do
see
have
at
some
least one
interesting
Liquid team
matchups
today.
of,
Oh
like,
no, what
ex-Guild
happened?
teammates
What happened
with
in this? Yeah.
Safe on one side, Codementor and Trex on the other side, Shados facing off against a couple of the members of Gambit/Mech.
They lose to Apex.
I'm sure there's going to be some head-to-heads that both sides want to win. Nah, it's just running through. Couldn't escape this time, but again, a small investment to take down one of the weapons.
Yeah, in a round like
Kinda
this,
sick
you'll
for
take
Stico,
those
though. What a
one-to-one
comeback.
trades for sure.
Last player standing.
That's why, you know, it's quite rare that you end up consistently getting them. You find one, you maybe find 2, and then they start to snowball the round. 66 and 65 HP.
Did you see Codementor's just holding that smoke with a shorty like, I know you're in there. And Red guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about,
Just in
man, on the
case.
other side of the map.
Yeah, they get a plan down here as well. A
Let's
little
Koi
bit
get
of
the
extra
plan,
money.
closing
Let's see
out
what
the
Liquid have got
round,
for their
put
first buy. Let's see what
themselves
Koi
up
got for
neck
their
and
bonus.
neck.
Not too
Pistol
bad
on
for the
the
bonus.
follow-up. Good for them.
Got
Here's
3
where Team
rifles.
Liquid want to fight back. They're going to get the rifles out, their shields to play with. And I wonder if we're going to see anything crazy from them to start out this one. Again, you know, Yumpy's been playing the Neon on attack, and you are just running
Right,
head
how are
first
we
into a
setting up
brick
the
wall,
chamber?
hoping to get traded the majority of the time. You
Doesn't
are the
have an op
space
yet, but I
taker.
still think it has to
Moving
get out of the
into this
info,
half,
right?
we need to see a
Maybe
different
not.
face to him.
Maybe they wait for the
Yeah,
op.
as said though, I think towards B Heaven, you don't actually have to play an aggressive Neon. Like the stuns are actually a really good piece of utility around this side of the map. And that was one of the reasons I
That's
enjoyed
nice,
that
though.
composition when Mech ran it, is that you think of Neon as just full sprint in and die, but those stuns are actually a solid piece of util.
He's down
He is
to
almost
59.
dead though.
That's ridiculous. He just stepped up close to the smoke. Both himself and Redgar maybe getting tagged in that spray, but tagged low in the round for sure. Team Liquid on the back
Thoughts on
foot,
Chad as a coach? Yeah, I
health-wise,
imagine he's
They
decent.
don't have that little bit of healing. The regrowth
You're best to
coming
just
out
ask players that have been
from
coached
Stars,
by
so
them.
That's in an awkward
That's
position.
the
but
only
now
way
he's
you're gonna
being
know,
spotted.
but
He's gotta
at
fall
least
back.
from
I love
our
the
eyes,
angles that
he looks
Shados
incredible.
have it almost
Sounds like a
jumping
hard
just because
worker.
of how stupid the places he
Just
can
ask
be in.
Artis. Artis is very honest
Flash
about
will
everything.
help Yumpy at least get a little bit of timing on the peak. He's not gonna
I
win
feel like
that
even if
battle.
he was
Leaving them
awful,
down a
Artis would
man
probably just
and
say
with
it, even though he's in a
Redgar
team
low.
with him.
Patient play from Koi. I'm enjoying
just
this.
says
Just
everything.
basically taking their time around the map, looking for these aggressive positions. Because again, if you do have a Neon and a chamber, someone has to have taken map control.
Shados, Trex,
30
and even
seconds
Wolfen making
It's
their
a
way
nice
towards
off
this side
angle.
of the map. They might need all 3 to deal with this man here. It's Nats
Crazy
through the
guy.
smoke for one again.
Crazy guy. Respect though. Almost got the TP out. A lot of this is on safe. Does have high
I feel like
HP.
Wolfen should have been dead. Safe again. A bit of an off angle, but he's only getting the one for now. Knows exactly where Starzo is. He's going to retreat, but he's actually retreating
Redgar?
straight into
Yeah, they played this
Redgar.
pretty well.
It was a push intentionally to make him go backwards, and now they have the advantage.
Very well played, very well maneuvered. And they're about to spot where Trex is. This could be big information. It could mean he's close, but they're going to expect him to be in this corner. Good kill, trading him out, leaving Wolfen alone. No trade possible on that.
This was a nice round. Safe did really well here as well. Got the first kill, realized he was going back, didn't want to hunt it, did the stun, acted big. Redguard came in. Nice kill. It's a really good round by Safe.
Where Safe was like herding sheep.
Getting a little bit close to the ult.
Like the little dog just barking behind them. Like,
don't push forward into heaven. Get back there. Back in your room, down in vents.
Closing the gate behind them, and then Redguard's like the wolf, just like, hello.
I snuck in when the gate was open.
No, I have been waiting for you. But no, also really well played with the disadvantage they had early. Not even just the initial kill, but also the damage that was taken. They managed to turn that round back around, and well, it's getting to table hitting. He's not quite there yet. I think Barber maybe a little bit more chill today.
I think when playoffs was on the line, we needed the reinforced legs on that table, but maybe even the top as well.
Sure, we'll include all of them.
But now we can go back to the cheap IKEA stuff. It's all right.
Yeah, I'd really love to see like him do. You know the brick breaking.
Yeah, in theory, this is the kind of stuff that it can't stop. A dog goes in, the double dive, like this is where the Liquid comp should in theory just struggle. I think Koi can do this on either site every single time.
They delete Redguard, a site under their control.
Dog early, even if the chamber's there, he'll TP back and there'll be a Raze and a Jet in his
could be
face.
the difference maker.
If they get one more kill, they can use Seekers to reveal where every
Do they
remaining
expect
member is.
this?
They're
I
watching
mean,
flank.
there's...
They're ready for Nats. He's come up the left rope. Oh, okay, he's still going to lose the fight. Not a very Nats thing. Yumpy's trying to return it. Players all around him yet again, and just too much work to be done here.
Soulcast may just want to try and hold on to the gun here. The chance for a slight upgrade, but no, Wolfen's going to close it out. Scoreline equalized once again for Koi.
Forces them down to an eco.
They start to make this one look more and more possible as the rounds go on. Wolfen and Trex both rising up that scoreboard. The second we moved in onto the attack side, and a lot of it coming off some of those supportive plays, but even just the individual prowess of these players is starting to show up that little bit more confidence building. And again, I think the economy now of Liquid is going to be in the bin completely.
Yeah,
I think the
3
only thing
people can't buy.
Maybe see them doing is playing for an orb.
Yeah, maybe get Nats that tour de force, try to work off of that. It's possible, but it's just going to be a really difficult round for them regardless. Nats spotted a few here, stun coming through. There has to be a follow-up, and there isn't. It was all reliant on Nats staying alive, but Wolfen managed to deal with him, deleting any sort of concern about how this one's going to play out. You've got a Shorty, a Ghost, a Bucky, and a Guardian, as we're seeing on Soulcast. He definitely has the best chance of taking any sort of a ranged fight. The rest will be hoping to get a little snug.
You know what? There are some pretty cool neon Bucky accounts on TikTok. Like, if you ever want to like enjoy some unorthodox Valorant
Enjoy
play.
other people's pain.
Oh, the other people that they're up against, yeah, sure.
Exactly.
But some of the plays they pull off,
Nice
especially
and
on maps
simple
like
from
Icebox,
Koi here
just
again.
absolutely beautiful. If I saw
Shoot
that,
that.
pro
You
player,
can't
I'm
be,
like,
you can't be doing that, Stark. So you're the person with the dog that they're meant to follow in.
He's taking the title at this stage. I'm sorry, Stream, he's coming for you.
God's sake.
It's just ridiculous. Maybe rubbed off on him over the years.
Well, he'll be the only one in playoffs at this rate.
Why have you? This is just so unnecessary.
Nice shot from Soulcast.
Uncontested there.
That's me.
But Jesus.
And look, they're just keeping them back at this point. 30 seconds. They know they're boxed in. There's a flank coming through from Redguard, but there's a showstopper in from Trex. It's landed one. They need to get to the site. Stuns are coming through. Plenty of util, and it's all buying time. All waiting for Redguard to get into position, find a rifle.
Come on, Redguard. They deserve to
from
get
that
you
other
code.
angle. There it is, wide open. Headshot found. No kill, though. That allows the plan to still come through. Bucky.
Oh my God, no one's covering spawn. There's a
but it won't
Bucky
be able to
walking in.
follow up. Leaving it all under Redguard. 1 versus 2. Good damage
Oh,
there. Not able to follow up when he forced him into the open. And so now they're able to
I feel like
They're able to take
Sideshow
this fight
Man.
together.
My eyes, actually.
Oh, Redguard! Great prediction. but
Holy
the
hell.
was up against Trex. And this was his round. Koi will keep the lead.
The funny thing as well is that headshot that he connects onto Coldamenta, that was the spike. with
Nice
10
round from
seconds.
Trex.
He
Let's
gets
give
that kill there,
Trex
and
his
this
dues.
round
What the hell
basically
is
done.
Stark
You're
so
looking at
doing?
Shados, instead of having to like just try and cross, he's having to swing to get the spike.
Mate, you got 2
And while there was
duelists.
so many moments in this
You got
round
2
that it could have
duelists in your
swung
sky
into Liquid's
taking the
favour,
first
but
duel.
Koi managed
For
to weather
God's
the
sake.
storm. Lead now into their hands, but as we already know, not only is a buy coming up for Liquid, but the tour de force is available for Nats.
And with Koi sitting 1 round above their opponents right now, you got to take a look at where we're at ult-wise. Obviously, Team Liquid very close to winning out that ult economy, and it's Nats that's running in right away. Tour de force in hand, looking
they set
to
up
deal
over
some
towards
damage.
A.
Not wanting to overstep his boundaries, though. Remember, Anchor not quite working the way it did in the past. He is stuck right up close on this angle, but he has got past the Viper wall, and I think that's the key thing. If anybody tries to poke around this area for info, they're in trouble. But the Poison Orb instead ends up being a bit of an annoyance for him. Normally that would, you know, force the player back towards screens or maybe even a site. But again, with the TP there, he can just be a little bit more confident in sticking up close.
Oh my, just the small amount of contact that's been had has forced all of them back. If Nats wins out this battle versus Shados, it could be a problem, and instead
Jean P gets out of there as well.
Manages to get away with that initial kill. Seeker's going to be popped as well to try and give them that extra little bit of space, but Redgar already taking main control.
Mate, Stoxo is out here. He's fast with it.
Solkat's a little unaware.
Oh, here comes the Rolling Thunder. Can they get out in time? I think just about 1 or 2 might have slipped the threat.
Timing.
He's watching for that push, and all the knives have missed. That's a nasty whiff, and it gives Redcar the freedom to close this
He
one
definitely
out
said
by the looks of it.
Redcar.
One last man
There's no doubt in my mind that he said Redcar there.
First, who was low HP. He's only got 12 seconds to kill 3 and grab a plant somewhere in there. Ain't looking all too good. So he's bailing out to play another day. That's an interesting
What the hell? What was that?
Is that a custom?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see it. What was it?
I was just like a weird bug when he ADS'd with the okay. But it's definitely only on spec side.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as I'm aware, that never happens in game.
Oh, 9-9.
Oh man.
A back and forth to say the least.
Koya killing me in this round as well.
It seems to be some of these more individual plays. This battle was so ridiculously close, but it ends up being a difference maker with Yumpy putting up numbers. Oh, I feel like we're doing Wolfen really dirty, but then again, he's kind of doing it to himself.
But the fight on mid was so smart from Yumpy, because after they stun, he pops his own stun from heaven, which ends up stunning up Starzo. Now Starzo's in the left corner, and Coldamenta swings to try and protect him, but Yumpy wasn't even looking left. He knew the player was there, but he knew a teammate would swing to try and trade. Now, Yumpy, we've talked about it, right? I had some words. You've got a smite. What's happening? Are you okay? Do you need help? It's okay. We'll sort it out after this game. But look at the position that he's in, holding down mid control. He's on his way straight down mid. There's 2 players in water. This is a tough fight for him, but he's got them lined up. No kill for him.
If he had a Smite Odin there, then he would have won it.
If he had a normal Odin.
No, Nats has done great though. There's a lot of info. You don't need to push B main and got all this info, surely.
Isn't that what 15 HP uses? Redgar's out of here.
Oh my god, Solkas, you're crazy.
What is that? Like, Solkas' timing. He didn't even flash out, he just goes for it. Gravwell holding them back, actually pulling Wolfen in, and he ends up getting the kill from there. Redgar pulled him out into the open and died. Definitely didn't expect that outcome.
And the trades back here are doing pretty well. There's still a flank coming in again from Nance. We've already seen many of these cause them issues, and the Viper's Pit is actually going to give him a lot of extra space. Flash through will reveal his spot, though. That's a huge flash from Starzo, actually.
Yeah, that is a good flash. Gets full info.
Somebody's behind, somebody's heaven, so they can actually garner extra control in towards the spawn.
Oh my god.
The prediction on that. Starzo's down, safe. Can drop in at any moment, but where? Oh, he predicts exactly where this Viper is. A great stun that lands. The swing in, not good though. Shados able to grab.
Nicely handled from Shados. Got an important kill over towards middle as well. With this info that Liquid got, I wanted to see them play it a little bit better, to be honest.
It's just ridiculous how well he's playing on this chamber, but even still, not enough. And finally, we see a little bit of life in Shados as well. I feel like, genuinely, his talents are wasted on Viper. Like, this round at least, he's in the pit. He's playing sort of locked down like he does when he's on like other Sentinels, like when you see him play a Killjoy or something. But I do feel like a lot of the time him lurking just doesn't seem like it has nearly the impact I'd love him to, just with how good we know he can be. Even still, though, they are in the lead. They're making it work on this attacker side after what was a victory on the same half in the prior.
Is Yumpy over pushing? The thing is, they kind of need to be proactive because again, their comp's just gonna get dives on.
It's not the best, but it's workable.
So
it definitely is. I think there's, like we said, there's going to be some.
I think it's more just Koi did well in this run to hold like a
maybe
strong default for like 1 minute. But yeah, I imagine you're not going to see them do this, and it'll be more like proactive around like the 40, 50 second mark. I also wonder if Koi is going to go back to just hitting sights now with Dog.
And getting in towards sights, their pushes have been good, their slow map control. I mean, you look at the prediction on Yampi's mid push, the fact that you have players late round sitting down in
Either
sewers
coach
waiting
or
for a
players
mid-play.
can call the timeout.
Team Liquid played into their hands in the last round, and that's not something they can allow to happen again.
Well, I said I was surprised when I saw this map choice come in for Koi. It's a map that has been fantastic
Okay,
for
Yampi
Liquid,
has
but
his
right
ult.
now it seems like they're back
Oh,
on the
God.
ropes, and well, the only way to do it is
No,
over
it's
the
a sick
top.
strat though, fair
Only gonna be
play.
the one, though.
There's some util behind
It's
it.
at least a little bit of
They
damage
take down Stark,
the
so
ultimate thrown away, but if
that is
anything,
a
I think
big
Koi were
win.
quite
Take
happy
down
with
their
that
only
trade.
flashing
I
information.
love that start to it. I mean, again, it only gets the one, but the potential was so high for that play. Safe, dodging being spotted at the very
Oh, it's
beginning.
a late
He can
Astral,
emerge
though.
any moment he wants, and there it is. The swing only good for one. Again, the trades work in Koi's favor. Less players to defend with, and less players to deny that precious spike plant. It's coming in now with Shados out in the open. The Cosmic Divide was fading. He had to reposition. It cost him a second or two, and that second is
Mate,
enough to stop the
how
plant
can
from
this
coming
team
through.
keep running
Now,
out of
pushed
spawn
out
and
into the
not
open,
getting
he's dropped,
punished?
and it's left onto
Big
Wolfen.
1-on-1.
Man
21
left,
HP for
20
Redgar.
HP. It's winnable for Wolfen, but he needs to find him. His Cloudburst giving a gap of information. Maybe he snuck around and maybe he's about to swing, but the time is on his side, and the dash is about to fade away. It comes down to that shot, and
nicely
he
done from
finds it,
Wolfen.
landing perfectly for an 11.
Yeah, big round as well. If the economy wasn't bad before for Liquid, it really
it's
is
really
right
bad
on,
now.
or teetering on the edge of being gone completely. Ultimates have completely faded as well, and with a Blade Storm on the other side, Seeker's not far away. Things are looking very good here for Koi. And I'll be honest, I think we are just seeing Liquid basically just take massive risks.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these rounds are basically, okay, I'm going to run down mid, I'm going to swing through a Cosmic Divide. Not a lot of team play. Again, we kind of expected that coming into the day, that they're not going to play to their full potential, but Koi are managing to weather that storm.
He has just
Jesus.
ran in through all of the utility, didn't even
What?
stand still to shoot, just spraying like an absolute lunatic.
Yeah, I think he
Man,
took,
that's
like, one
Valorant.
damage.
That's sick.
I
That's
can't
Valorant summed
fathom
up in one
how
round.
he makes
That is
these
actually Valorant
decisions
summed up in
and
one
how he
round. It's
gets
so
away
sick.
with it every single time. Already
Oh,
got
God, give it to him.
There's the fourth, and the ace
Please,
is on the
hunt it.
cards here for Nats. Nobody out. No,
Yampi.
Yampi. Don't
He
you
wants
dare.
it. He wants it.
Don't you dare. He tried to knife him.
Oh my god. Well, it's an ace ruined, but
You know, he tried to knife him. I'll give him some
I
respect
like
for that
that
play. But
Soulcast was probably
Soulcast-
going, I didn't steal the
no
ace,
need.
I was trying to save my teammate.
Yeah.
He got an excuse for what Yampi tried to do. The thing is, he takes barely any damage. I think it was a tiny amount from the snake bite, and then from here onwards, this was just the Nat show. And I still remember, like, go back a few weeks, I remember there being people
He
just
didn't
like,
even have his
"Oh,
knife
do you
out.
think maybe Nats has passed it?
He lost
Do you-
it.
Maybe he's lost that skill. Do you think maybe there are other players
He's
now
just
that
running
that
at
are
him.
just better than Nats, and maybe Liquid should look elsewhere? I reckon those people are frantically heading back to red. Delete comment, delete comment, delete comment, delete comment, delete account, just removing everything they
Start
can.
a new one called Nats
yeah,
number
they've
one
seen,
fan.
Yeah, they've seen like a screenshot and just gone, I need to get rid of everything. Like, just like lighting a fire, burning all the papers they have in their house that was anti-Nats, because right now, like, come on, 27 and 14
On a chamber.
on an agent that no one else even plays in this region.
Literally, the first play in this region, it could well be the last.
Man is trolling and is the best player in the server. Like, that's what we're watching right now. He is trolling and he's better than everyone else.
Ridiculous scenes here from Team Liquid. And that last round was
Eco as well.
quick. It was
Right.
powerful. A statement round for this squad.
All
They
right.
need to follow it up. 11 to 10 right now, and I'm seeing a stun setup outside of
That's a
A.
timeout for Tom, yeah.
But I'm seeing
Tom
that
was
the
in chat
man
right now, we'll
called
be
Nats
timing
is
him
not
out. That's
there.
10 minutes.
It's funny
Should we mute it
because
for
the
10 minutes?
setup isn't where the two players are
Mitch
pushing
Man's there,
mid.
we'll let him off.
Oh,
What is this?
Redgar.
If he goes around the corner, he's dead, but I don't think he's going to. I don't think that's the plan.
If he goes around the corner, he's insane.
Yeah, look, they're coming close. Trex is about to swing on that. They found the first. They shouldn't expect him to be here. Certainly not this close. One already, there's two. It's not enough, though. Not enough to make it worthwhile, really. They lose the ace
Not
side.
bad.
Someone else
Good
needs to
damage.
step
Do they
up,
expect
chip
Nats
away
here
at this
plays
squad.
anti?
And
Nice
he
flash
snaps
in.
to do
Oh
that. 2 kills
my,
and
that
the
is a sick
third.
flash.
He takes them
Nice
all
flash
on and
from
comes out
Dominic
victorious.
Soulcast. 30 kills for the chamber.
Well, he's got 30 kills. I want to say this round, okay, Nat's got 3 kills. Hey, that was cool. Winner of the round, Soulcast. That flash was unbelievable. Like, every single player on the other side was as blinded. Look at them. They can't see a thing. Okay, the third one, I give it for free,
the
but
flash was
I think
sickening.
even Soulcast got the assist on that as well. Just disgusted. He's like, yeah.
Gave him an extra little fist bump, I saw that.
I mean, I don't even know what you do
Wasn't
against this
eco,
guy. And they smoked it off, try and keep him out, but they had a KO ready to go with the flash. Is about as useful.
Down, you get into, like, you're holding, just lie on the floor, and you just accept.
Yeah,
you accept your fate. You accept it.
Go play ranked afterwards. You'll feel better.
Yeah, you know?
It will be easier. Well, stun to start on this.
Oh, they're keeping it simple. So in my books, this should work.
Make their way out. Now
they have a chance.
I mean, we're not seeing sprays come through. Flash, though, to pop. Redgar can't quite find Wolf and is sneaking around the side at the moment. Koi coming ahead in these duels. Redgar hiding, but he's down.
I think he was seen.
Like, I think they could have done this from the beginning and won every single round.
We're done. Look, they're able to get the plant safely.
Just double jaw, double entry, double dive.
Spike is still on the ground.
Oh, it is. Yeah, so they definitely have to swing.
They are watching. Oh, they've missed. Okay, I thought for a second Codimenter missed the timing, and somehow the Nita was going to be there. I like the idea as well that Soulcast is just kind of chilling. Like, he's like, yeah, I'll just wait and
How did they know Redgar was there? It is just a smoke that gave it away.
Like, I'm thinking of
no one really does this smoke unless there's someone behind trying to
30 kills right now.
fake a, like a, could be anywhere in this area.
We're talking about Nats because he's been insane. Koi are about to get to 12. Doesn't feel that way.
No, it doesn't, but that's what happens when you have one player showing
All right,
up
one
in that
chance.
kind of way. And again,
One chance for Koi to take us over to Lotus.
He was the player that was consistently taking advantage of the push and pull of the map. What that means is the other guys are in heads-up fights a lot of the time, and well, yeah, they're not winning them.
Looks like
all
it's
the
going to
time
do it
right now,
again,
but
just
that's
still
because Koi
contact.
also have a ton of utility to push
Yeah,
them out
it'll
of
be
the way
interesting.
when
I
they
just
go
don't
for
think
these
the Liquid
duels.
can stop
I
it.
think that, you know, around like that, when they dump in stuff like a showstopper, it's whatever to lose, but the timing is just so key. 12 to 11. Good thing is, Koi have burned up all their ultis. Shados one away from a Viper's Pit, but here it is. The tour de force, and it's dealt with. No escape this time.
That's a huge kill.
Just a simple dog in now.
Like maybe Liquid want to be playing a Sage just so
And
they have the
then
chance to
double
bring
dive.
their
Yeah,
man
there we go.
back. A nice
They
kill
just
from
can't
Wolfen as well.
do anything
And it
against
seems
that.
like 30 kills might actually not be enough.
Well,
for
someone
Liquid
asked
to
what the
win this
weakness
one.
was with the comp
Koi,
in chat.
just a round
And
away.
we said we might see it, and we kind of saw it. 3 rounds where they followed the dog
Okay,
into
they can't
sight.
use
They
a
got
lot of
absolutely
abilities, but
demolished in all
that's
3 of
that's
them.
against them right now.
Koi want this win. They're going to have to fight through the pit.
But it was
get
fun
it.
to watch, I'm not
Trex
gonna lie.
even made it out alive.
I enjoyed
Insult
the chamber
to injury
pick.
for this squad who desperately wanted to lower the numbers of their opponents. Certainly not going for a save as they move up through heaven. This is the last round of the half. They're going to make this push
100%
happen.
loss rate
Avoid
for
the Viper's Pit
chamber.
that's blocking them
Yeah,
off.
it's true.
Good kill to Coldamenta, still getting onto the side. A different story
DG
altogether.
Zin didn't
The
win
flash
any,
was
right?
solid. The numbers still sit to Koi. And they are extending further. This is it. There's no way for the defuse. And Trex guarantees that.
Okay,
assures
taking us to
us
Lotus.
that we're going all the way to Lotus. A 3rd map in this series. Liquid were so close, but Koi wouldn't let them have it. They held on.
Well, yeah, it definitely feels like one of those games where, like, ultimately, it was weathering